I fell into Russian folk music sort of by accident when I went to Russia and purchased a souvenir balalaika, one of those $12 models they used to have in the 70s with little inlaid Russian Sputniks going around the deck. And I bought the instrument, not knowing what to do with it. You might think that it was very easy because two of the strings are tuned the same, and it has only 3 strings. Actually, it's very hard to play well and very easy to play poorly. The Atlanta Balalaika Society is a community-based orchestra of Russian folk instruments dedicated to the preservation and performance of Russian and Eastern European folk music. We were formed in 1981 by a group of basically American musicians, both professional and amateur, who wanted to bring this music to Atlanta's audiences.
The balalaika really kind of gives the character to the Russian folk orchestra that other orchestras don't have. And it's a strumming, rhythmical instrument that also can play melodies. Of course, the domra in our Russian folk orchestra is the primary melody instrument.
Domras play a very important role in Russian folk orchestra. Compared to symphony orchestra, it's just like violin. So we usually play melodies, we usually play variations, we do very fast. You know, it's what I did in Russia. I went to school, I became a professional musician, and I used to work for biggest orchestras in Russia. Here, unfortunately, there's no professional Russian folk group. And I was very happy to find this group because the people are very talented, naturally talented. They never went to school to study it. They really love it.
The challenge for me is choosing a repertoire that is challenging for the advanced players, but not too hard for the beginning players, because we do have some players that, you know, just started a year or two ago, and others that have been playing all their lives. It's just hard to keep an orchestra like that, with 40 people going and presenting concerts year after year, let alone an orchestra made up of instruments that are not indigenous to this country.
The word balalaika actually means in Russian chatterbox or to speak, and it really is the speaking and to the audience that is the most important. That, I think, is the most challenging thing, being able to make the instrument speak.
And I hope that they hear the joy and the emotion in the music that I hear in it, the emotion that seems to pour forth from this music. You know, reach deep with some slow melodic parts that can be very sad. But then there's other parts that are just joyous and rhythmical and happy. You know, it's kind of like Russian bluegrass.
You know, most people, even Russian people, never heard about Russian folk music. But what is really interesting, that people keep coming back and they bring their friends and relatives and co-workers and neighbors, and everybody seems to enjoy it. The reason, I think, because Russian folk music is so upbeat, you know, you just want to jump and start dancing. They don't want to be bored at concert, and people never get bored at our concert.